Good morning and welcome to this session on one of the greatest poet composers, Arunagirinathar, whose life and career were highly colorful. I'm going to leave it as an assignment to all of you to go and read up about him so that you are able to appreciate his compositions even more. He has composed reputedly about 16,000 pieces, which are collectively known as Tiruppugazh. Apart from that, he composed several other works like Kandaranubhuti and all that. Most of his pieces are in praise of Lord Subramanya. But within those pieces, he has actually praised a lot of other deities as well. You will see references to Rama, Vishnu, Krishna, Devi, Shiva, Vinayaka and so forth in his compositions. And he has embedded his compositions with a lot of interesting mythological references as well. And he is reputed to have visited a lot of pilgrimage centers and composed on deities in those centers. Mostly in the prevailing deity Subramanya Swami in those centers actually. But at the same time, he has definitely visited a huge number of temples, but from the 16,000 that is reputed to have composed, we only have about close to 1400 available with us today. So, but even this 1400 is mind-boggling. The kind of meters that he had in his compositions are unique in the world. You will never find this kind of meters that Arunagirinathar was famous for. So every line will have not only a particular number of syllables, but the partitioning and structuring within those lines of the syllables will also be consistently maintained throughout the piece. And there are pieces which he has composed with amazing rhymes. For example, one of the pieces which I'll be teaching today, every second syllable in that piece will be with the elongated ra. So, and that piece has about 8 stanzas of about 3 to 4 lines each line having about 4 words. So you can just multiply and see how many words, and everything is 5 letters, 5 units in length. So like this, his vocabulary obviously was amazing. He could find 2-letter words or 3-letter words or 4-letter words or 5-letter words, any number of syllables you wanted. He could find a plethora of those words with the same kind of rhyme as well. So this kind of mind-boggling poetry, you cannot imagine it like somebody sitting and then writing one word after the other and then going searching the thesaurus and finding word after word and so forth. It's all divine inspired poetry. And it's not just words, it's also the theme, the content, the quality of thought that is there. And many of the compositions of Tiruppugazh actually have almost a similar kind of theme where he praises Muruga in a certain way and gives his attributes as a very, very brilliant warrior who vanquished demons and so forth. But the number of ways in which he expressed the same theme is even more mind-boggling than what it would be if he had just expressed different things in different compositions. So it's like, the permutations that he has come up with is absolutely stunning, to say the least. So, I will not be going into detailed meanings of all these Tiruppugazhs, but you can all read up about it. There are brilliant websites. If you just Google it, you will be able to find a lot of websites with detailed meanings in both Tamil and English, with the transliterations as well. Some of which you might have already got downloaded for this purpose of the workshop. I will be covering a subset of what is there in that, not the whole lot, because in subsequent workshops we'll be covering more and more. So today I will start off with a couple of easy ones, and then we can try and attempt a couple of sophisticated ones as well. One more thing is about the tunes of the Tiruppugazh. The Tiruppugazh tunes, if Arunagirinathar ever tuned it, we are not aware of it. But he was a master of music, melody and rhythm. That is very, very obvious because there are so many references to music and all that in his works. And the way his rhythmic command was, you can see he was probably one of the earliest people to use jatis in his compositions. And he would use different set of syllables for jatis. The syllables that he would use for mridangam or some of the other instruments would vary sharply with the way that he would use for tawil and so forth. So depending on the instrument, he has almost tried to bring the kind of feel of the sound of the instrument in the way he will use some of the syllables. And not only the syllables used in those kind of things, sometimes he would even be able to mimic animal sounds and that kind of things in some of the ways in his works. So many of the battlefield sounds, those kind of things also he will actually try to bring a very colorful portrayal of those things in his works. So the tunes that we have today are by latter day composers, because Arunagirinathar is probably 500 to 600 years before our times. And one of the famous tunesmiths or melodists for his compositions was Kanchipuram Naina Pillai, early 20th century composer, musician and a giant in Laya himself. He set to music a lot of the Tiruppugazh. And then subsequently his disciple, Chittur Subramaniam Pillai, also set music to a lot of those works. Then those people who came from Naina Pillai school, like Alathur brothers and my own guru Brindama, they all used to render some Tiruppugazh beautifully. Alathur brothers have rendered full concerts of Tiruppugazh. And then we had others like Dandapadi Deshikar and several other musicians who later on also set their own tunes to a lot of Tiruppugazh. So in fact, a lot of devotional artists have set music to Tiruppugazh, like Pettukoli Murugadas. And in recent times, one of the giants in Tiruppugazh tuning was Guru Raghavan. And his disciples, Mani and all that, they have all done a lot to propagate Tiruppugazh throughout the world. So I will be using some traditional tunes, and some of them I have also set to tune